Hi everybody. I still have a cold, so I sound weird and stuffy and sniffly. And actually have a bit of a drive right now, so I'm going to answer a question. This video probably will be long, so if you want to watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. I know one person's going to watch it because it's for her. So, was written. So I've watched you. I know that sounds creepy. It's not creepy. I put this stuff out there so that you can watch me. And read your blog over and over. And wow, what an incredible difference wigs have made to your mental state, in my opinion. I keep wondering, had you worn them all these years ago, do you think you could have avoided wasting all those precious years? I have two girls, 16, 19, both dealing with tremendous hair loss, and I'm really wondering how to proceed. Were your parents bald? Siblings? Question mark. How did your mom help you in those early years? Thanks. Okay, so that's the question. So I may have to cut this video and do it again if I, have to restart this. So now I can start driving because I don't have to look at the camera and read. So as far as my parents being bald, I have definitely genetic hair loss that runs in my family. Without question. Although my dad didn't start losing hair till or thinning till he was after 50, which is unusual for a guy. He had a lot of hair. He is now thinning quite a bit. My mother started losing her hair. I had previously thought it was after menopause, but I think she said she started losing her hair. Her hair was thinning when she was around 40 or 45, and so she's dealing with hair loss too, thinning of hair. She has curly hair though, so it kind of disguises it better, but she has hair loss. One of my brothers has diffuse hair loss, and my other brother is the lucky one, and he has no hair loss. So it definitely runs in the family, and it's definitely genetic. I don't know for myself if I would have been fine into menopause or until I was older had I not kicked in my own hair loss early with taking a birth control pill. Point is kind of moot. As far as how my mom helped me during that time when I was 21 years old, to be honest with you, she didn't, or she couldn't, or she didn't know how to deal with it or realize the impact that had on me, because I also was born with so much hair, a crazy mop of hair, which has afforded me all through these years to get by with still looking like I had hair, even though it was thinning and thinning and thinning. So for maybe other people it wasn't as perceptible as it would have been for me, because we obviously know our own hair. But I didn't really get a lot of support from my family, and maybe that's just because they didn't know how. So I kind of dealt with it completely alone. And I think that I don't think that when I was, at that age, I don't think I could have jumped into wearing wigs. I was still in the process of wanting to save my hair or treat my hair or do anything I could to salvage it. And wigs was definitely not going to be in the cards for me at that age. I just know myself. Maybe I would have, I could have been, I definitely early on tried to do a topper thing, but the provider I went to ended up kind of screwing me over, so that ended up not happening, and that was actually fairly early on. That was in the first 2 years of my hair loss. I wanted to get a topper. Actually it was going to be a sewn in one, but that didn't work out, so I just continued on with the path of trying to treat my hair, pray for it to come back, mourn it, cry, be depressed, the whole thing, with no resolution and no real support other than my fiance. But all I could do was just do his best, but I was still suffering. I think I could have started wearing hair definitely earlier than I did, because if someone is good at math and wants to do the math, I started losing my hair in 1999. And I started then cutting it shorter and shorter and shorter, maybe around 2005, shorter. Then it used to be kind of wearing it like at this length for a while. And then I got to the point where even at this length, it didn't look good. So I was losing my mind. And I saw other people that were able to wear hair, bonded hair, wigs, and through my site, and that kind of inspired me that maybe I could do it too. So in 2012, it's a long time now, between 1999 and 2012, that's when I decided to start looking into wigs and really not knowing where to go, where to turn, or how to wear them. I mean, the whole process is very daunting. So I feel like probably I could have saved myself a crap load of aggravation and hardship if I could have grasped getting that concept like by like say 2006 2006 would have been a great year for me to be able to start wearing hair, either like a topper or getting my feet wet with wigs. Maybe, you know, getting acclimated that way still would have saved me a ton of years, 6 years more of hardship. But it's just a hard question you ask, because the transformation of what wigs have done for me is huge. There's no question about it. It has, without a doubt, given me my life back. I mean, there's no question about that. Which is why I'm so vocal about it in my life and in talking to you guys and wanting you to know that it's a viable option. It can be done. It's not perfect. You got to work with it, you know. But if you can, you get a hold of that. It's the best thing. And then also accepting the fact that you are losing your hair is the other part. I'm still losing my hair. You know, I still do PRP treatments and I treat it and I do those things, but I'm losing my hair still, you know. If I lifted my hair straight up, you know, you'd see straight through it. But the way that I comb it, which is like kind of like, you know, side parted flat down, if it's flat enough down, you know, it's not that bad. You may not know that there's a hair loss there unless you're really looking for it. So as a mother, if my kids were losing hair, I would probably do what any other mother most likely would, which is try to get them treatment that was available to see if that was an option. But I also don't think that I would spend the years of hoping after failed treatment that it was going to come back. It's an amazing thing to, even if you're trying to treat your hair also, even at that young age, if you kind of play around with it, it probably would be pretty amazing. Like if as a mom you took your kid to explore the options of adding hair in some way. There's different ways to add hair that could give your kid self-confidence. It's not going to alleviate the pain of losing your hair or that the possibility is not coming back, but you're getting adjusted to the idea that even if it doesn't come back, you will be okay. You know, but it's not going to happen overnight. It definitely will not happen overnight. That's a guarantee. It's like a mourning process. It's an adjustment process. I think everybody adjusts at different speeds. I'm like very slow adjuster. You know, it took me a long time to come to grips with that my hair was not going to come back the way it was. I could just make it look the best I could. And I could really learn how to wear hair to where I could feel comfortable in any environment, any overhead lighting, any this, any that. I can go out in the world and portray myself as I want to be seen, which is the way it was when I had hair, which is taken away from me. I don't have that luxury today if I wasn't wearing wigs. So I would definitely toy with the idea of supplemental hair in a fun way. You could try it with them and make it a good experience. It's not something you have to wear every day. It could be maybe like going out to dinner or making it just like a fun thing, you know. And the more you do it and the more you see yourself that way, you know, the more self-esteem you get. And you know, I think that's not, this is like a rambling video because it was a hard question, but I think that's the best shot, is you try to treat it if you can. You know, some people can treat their hair loss. Some people's hair loss is treatable. Some people have been through my site, and they were losing their hair, and it came back, and they're fine. They're gone, you know, and that's the amazing thing. There is hope out there, but there is the possibility that people fall into my category, which is you're gonna have to do the best you can and play, what do you call it? Work with the hand you were dealt, you know, and otherwise we're just doomed to a life of miserable existence, or to being depressed like me. You said you read my blog. I mean, life was hell. Life was a living hell for me. I didn't want to go outside. My anxiety increased tenfold. Became a hermit. I was already not overly social, but I definitely became a hermit. Couldn't be seen. Saw myself erode in front of myself in the mirror. All this stuff that I think could have at least saved myself a good, 5 years at least, I guess, between the time I told you the dates, whatever the math was. You know, I could have saved myself that aggravation. How did I start adjusting to it a little bit earlier? Whew, it would have been way better. I would have gone to a lot more parties. I would have had a lot more fun. I would have gotten to live. And it's sad that this takes that ability away from us, but we can work on it. And you're an amazing mom to want to help your kids and support them and be a part of it. You know, the most important thing is getting back control when there's no control, right? I can't control my hair loss. I can't control that it falls out. It still sheds. I can't control any of this. I can't control if it's going to fall out to the point that I have to shave my head. I can't control it. This one thing, and I am such a control freak, is out of my control. What I can do is buy hair. I can wear hair. I can just do the best that I can to make it a livable process, a fun process too. It has been fun too, wearing hair and being able to change it, and you know, talking to people about it. This is a long video. Talking to people about it is liberating, as to if I wear hair, as to why I wear hair. I wear wigs. They see me in all kinds of wigs. Everybody in my life pretty much knows I wear hair. They know I wear hair. They see me without my hair too. They see me with my hair, and it's never been a thing. It wasn't like, oh my god. It's more like, oh my god, this one I like. Oh my god, this is cool. This is a short one. It's like, it's accepted, and as it becomes, people accept you. You should accept yourself first, I guess, but you start to accept yourself more too, you know? So, that's what I got. I don't know if that answered anything, but I do hope it helps. Bye.